didn't see you there. Wow, YouTube, you really snuck up on me. I fucking hate when people do that. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser. Greatest podcast known to man by cavemen, by aliens, by ancient aliens, by future aliens, by Area 51. We've all agreed. Greatest podcast ever. And most of you guys are here to enjoy it. Actually, there's no way you would know that I said that unless you were either here live or here on YouTube. So either way, you guys are stuck with me for the next 40 to 50 minutes. Let's shout out everyone in the chat. Venus, Die Traps, Jake the Snake, Infamy, TSA Skater, NinjaLifestyle, Moobot. For some reason, we have a real lack of support today, and I blame you guys. At the end of every podcast, what do I say? I say, hey, we'll be back next Friday, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/NinjaLifestyle. And then I say, hey, we could even grow this thing if you guys would tell a friend. But nobody wants to tell a friend. Nobody wants the podcast to grow. You guys just want me to be homeless. Well, that's good. You know what? You guys can try all you want, but I will not let that happen. It's been a somewhat uneventful week for me as far as controversy or cool stories, especially considering the last 2 weeks were kind of crazy, really up and down and whatnot. But I had a couple of stories, and I also have a trivia question. Feel free to Google the answer of this trivia question, because my least favorite thing to do is ask the question and then nobody responds at all. So the winner will get a free NinjaLifestyle sticker pack sent directly to you. Did I mention it's free? And it's a sticker pack. It's only for Americans because I only support the greatest country on earth. I always wonder if that offends people. Like, hey, listen, asshole, Latvia is the coolest country on earth, dipshit. And I'm like, well, I don't, point it on a map, motherfucker. I don't know. Okay. Trivia question today is, what is the biggest type of sea turtle? We're going to be talking about a sea turtle in just a few minutes here. And it kind of baffles me that this big fucking king of the sea turtles, biggest sea turtle in the world, can be dismantled and killed and tortured by something as simple as one of those little six-pack things. Remember that thing back in the 90s? Every fucking duck on TV had a six-pack with its legs fucking tied up in it. And if you ask me, it's going to come down to survival of the fittest. Survival of the smartest. If you're an animal and you're too dumb to take off the six-pack thing off of your feet, then hey, that's just Darwin deciding who lives and who dies. You know what I'm saying? Mo Letter says leatherback. That is correct. Jake the Snake also says leatherback. He was in second place. Little bit too slow. God damn it, motherfucker. Leatherback sea turtle. They, I guess they can get big as fuck. I don't know why they're called leatherbacks, but I will tell you this. When I was in grade school, I did a report on the leatherback sea turtle. I don't remember what was in it. I don't remember what I wrote it about, but I will tell you guys how miserable it was being, a grade schooler in my time, in the old man's time, before the internet. There was no internet, people. We had to go to the fucking library. You get your library card. You fucking say, I need to find some books on turtles. Oh, okay, it's over in that. I don't know how to find it. Someone has to walk me over to find a book on turtles. And then you fucking walk around this big-ass maze, 2-fucking-story library to find the turtle book. You rent the turtle book, you go home, you read through it, you draw a picture of a turtle, and then you turn that shit in, and you get an A. That's what I did, because I was a smart young man. I just couldn't find the turtle section. Speaking of library, the greatest period of my life, going to the library, I'm going to blow you guys' minds right now. This is before the internet, okay? I keep telling you guys I'm old as dirt. But you would go to the library and you think, oh, fuck, dude, what am I going to do here? There's just books and shit. There's nothing interesting to read. I'm not going to go read no Tom Sawyer or some bullshit like that. Fuck you. Hell no. I'm not going to go read To Kill a Mockingbird. Kill me? No, absolutely not. You know what I'm going to do, though? They used to have books. There's 2 genres of books that I loved. I'm going to explain to you what they were. There was one type of book where it just had all these crazy designs. These weird patterns. On every single page was a weird pattern. And what you do is you put your face really close to the page and it makes your eyes, you kind of cross your eyes, and then you slowly pull it away, and then it creates like this 3D image, and then you had to guess what the image was. Probably like a sea turtle or something like that. If anyone knows what that type of optical illusion book is, fucking let me know in a comment, because that was the shit. So once you've read all those books and you already know all the optical illusions, it's weird because your eyes cross, and then what it does, the picture becomes 3D. So half of it goes close to your face and half of it becomes like a canyon far away, and it becomes like a little cardboard cutout, sort of like, it's like this is behind. It almost looks like a silhouette of something. And then you decide what it is. Is it a turtle? Is it a letter? Is it whatever it is? And that was a cool thing to do at the library. You go there and you cross your eyes. And then fucking when you become old, you have fucked up eyesight because you spent your whole fucking childhood crossing your eyes. And dotting your I's and crossing your T's. God damn it. Anyways, now, when you're done with the crossing of the I's, they had another book. Oh, I'm about to blow your fucking mind. You ever been in school and you have a piece of paper? Do they even have paper at schools these days? Jeez, who am I fucking kidding? When you're, when you're at school and they're fucking shooting laser beams into your brain and just giving you knowledge. Back in my day, we had these thin pieces of square white, like, they're made from tree bark or something, and you wrote messages on them. This was way before fucking artificial intelligence would fucking just throw you a soda to teleport it to your desk when you got an answer right. Way back in the day, we used to like do things like taking notes and shit like that. But paper airplanes, that was a fun thing to do as a kid. You fold up the paper airplane. Who can throw it the farthest? Who can make the most diverse paper airplane? I had a whole fucking library of paper airplanes I could make. And the reason for that was because I would go to the library after my eyes were getting crossed. I would get books on how to make little origami things and how to make fucking paper airplanes. To this day, I can make you guys an airplane. I can make some badass fucking airplanes. Sound like Donald Trump. It's one thing I know about, it's making airplanes. I make the best airplane, the fantastic airplanes. I could make some airplanes. Reese says old ass technology, paper. You know what? We laugh about that, but one day, you know what? When you motherfuckers are 50 years old and you're talking to your grandkids about paper airplanes, they're gonna be like, "What? You mean like a drone?" And you're gonna be like, "No, it's made out of paper." And they're gonna be like, "Paper? What do you mean paper? What is that?" And you're like, I don't know. It's like this thin piece of white shit." And they'll be like, "Oh, that shit that destroys the environment? Oh, fuck you, Grandpa." And remember, it's I'm not a man or a woman, asshole. So call me Zed. Oh man, remember those things where like you fold it into a fucking triangle, like a square, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. What is your fortune? You go pick a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go, oh, pick another number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you unfold it, and it'd be like you have to do a push-up or like you're a bitch or something like that. Yeah, those things. I don't know what those are called. I would call them fortune tellers. But there was all kind of cool things. I used to know how to make a balloon. Not a real balloon, it wouldn't float or anything, but it would be like a flat piece of paper. You put your mouth on it, go blow into it, it goes bloop, a little paper fucking balloon. These kids these days, they'll never know the joy of of creating a paper balloon. Wow. Remember that old game, paper ball? Nah, what's paper ball? You just take a piece of paper, ball it up, and play with it. It's a Coolio lyric for anyone as old as me. Well, enough about these old fuckers. Let me tell you guys about my week. Also, by the way, whoever won the trivia question, feel free to talk to me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or something like that, and give me your address so you can claim your prize, the free NinjaLifestyle sticker packs. We've been rambling now for 9 minutes. I haven't even discussed the topic yet. I've just been talking about the primitive ways of the old paper creators back in the old 90s. My dryer broke the other day, so I took it apart. I fixed it once before. It's funny that I say I fixed it because it seems like I did something like really technical, but a connector came off and a wire rusted away. So I went looking through my garage, like, oh, please let me find just a wire. I used to carry wires on me all the time for my last job. I went through my old my little toolbox. It wasn't really a toolbox, my little tool pouch. I don't have no wires in there. I don't know what happened to them. So luckily I found a connector in the garage, fucking taped it all up, got it good to go. And the dryer works now, but it is for sure a fire hazard. My dryer will absolutely catch fire in the next 3 months. So after 3 months, I'm going to have to get a new dryer. But it's one of those things where I'm looking down at it, and all these wires like rusting apart. One wire was melting into another wire. And I'll tell you guys what else. There's these little things. They're like little temperature gauges, I guess. And it runs a circuit through it. And if the temperature gets too hot, it turns off the heat. Well, all those are broken. So my fucking dryer just gets hot as shit. It never knows when to stop being hot. It just gets hot as fuck. So it's definitely going to catch fire one day while it's on. I told my girlfriend Lily, hey, when you're doing your laundry today, make sure you only run the dryer in like 10-minute bursts. Like run it for 10 minutes, come back, let it rest, run it for 10 minutes, come back, let it rest. 70 minutes went by. She comes out, she says, hey, you can run that thing for 70 minutes, and nothing happened. And I'm like, oh, well, that's cool that you wanted to risk the entire home to prove me wrong. But that still doesn't mean that our dryer's fucking safe. So that's one of the things I was dealing with. Speaking of my girlfriend, the lovely Lily, we went to a Golden Knights game last Sunday, and it was a blast. Right when I got there, right when the puck dropped, I felt a tear well up in my eye from just how happy I was to be there. I'm with one of my favorite people on earth. I'm watching our home team, one of our first pro sports teams, in the giant T-Mobile Arena. I got a fucking beer in my hand. I drank a 211 on the way in. They gave me a free bobblehead of our player, William Karlsson. It was a great time. And, it was a preseason game, so we got the tickets for half price, but it was the greatest preseason game they played all fucking year. We beat the Sharks 5-1. The Sharks are one of our biggest rivals, mainly because they're one of our closest teams as far as like geography. And we don't really have, like, if you think about all the other teams, we don't have teams coming from fucking Texas or fucking Canada or California. I guess California, right? Because San Jose is in California. But all these other hockey teams, they typically aren't going to be able to travel to us. But San Jose does, and maybe the Kings do sometimes. But it was great, man. There were so many fights. Usually you get like maybe one fight in a game, and you're like, oh, cool, that fucking fight went on for like 8 seconds. This game had fucking 5 fights. If you guys saw the highlights, this guy, Vander Kane, he got into a tussle with the ref. The referee fucking slammed him on the ground. That's not really what happened, but I was in the crowd before I watched it on TV. I watched it from the crowd. It looked like the ref grabbed this dude and slammed him on the ground. The Vegas crowd goes wild. Yeah, fuck that dude. It's so great. And then I guess that guy fucking shoved the ref, and they kicked him out the game. Fucking 10-minute penalty. Booted his ass out the game. Suspended him for 10 games. And this all happened on my second game we've ever gone to. Also, we beat them 5-1. Oh, it was so great. What a great fucking game. I've only become a hockey fan since the Golden Knights existed. And I'm slowly, like, really falling in love with this game. I watch almost every game throughout the real season. And, okay, this is going to be great. On opening day, which was Monday for me, it was Golden Knights' first game. They played the Sharks again. So our last preseason game was also our first regular season game. We won again. Dude, I won fucking $90 off of like $7 in bets. I won $90 because I guessed correctly 8 out of 8 teams on opening day. And each bet was like 28 cents. So I made like 8 28-cent bets. And they all hit. And they fucking all together. And then I also had like a couple of $8 bets or whatever. But I won $90 because I got 8 out of 8 fucking teams right. For any sports bettors out there, that's insane. Not only did I get all the teams right, I got my over-unders right too. It's fucking nuts. And it'll never happen again. But it was great because my betting app here in Nevada, gambling is legal and your sports betting is legal too. I can do that right from my phone. I looked at my account, dude. We won the game. I looked at my account. I was like, dude, I'm probably going to win like fucking $40, dude. I looked down. My account balance says 140. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm fucking rich. And then I went straight to the casino and gambled it all away. So now I'm back to even, which is all my life is. That's why my name is Steve. Even Steven. So anyways, also in my life, skateboarding news. This is awesome. Mark Siciu just came out with a part, and I'm going to tell you guys what. I'm not a fan of the guy's parts. I've seen a lot of them in the past, and usually all he does is he has these quick feet. He does all these quick, easy tricks, but he does them quick. He's like, oh, jump up, quick kickflip, quick 180, jump over a trash can, no comply off a curb. Oh, and that was my line. Okay, well, the hardest trick in your line was a kickflip. That was boring. Or he'll do some shit where his body just twists around. Oh, back 180 nose grind and then twist it around, make it into a 270. Bunch of twisty shit. I never thought it was interesting. Sure, the guy skates fast, but wasn't ever really a fan. And then I watched his newest part on the Thrasher YouTube, and it is really, really good. This guy is great at everything he does. Rails, stairs, manuals, and he's still doing the quick feet shit. The part was great. If you guys have not seen it, definitely check it out. And I'm sure there's a couple of you guys who may have shared the same opinion as me. No one wants to watch this skinny guy just twist around. It's like watching Sam Tabor. Oh my God, is there anything else more boring? I'm kidding. You know what the best part of that joke is? That I just compared fucking Mark Siciu to Sam Tabor. Also, am I saying his name right? Mark Siciu? I know when his first video part came out, I called it Mark Sucio. Like, I just made up a bunch of letters. Just threw fucking random letters in there. I was like, Mark Sucio. Fuck it. Sounds cool. It's La Sucio. It was a great, great part. The only thing I didn't like, okay, I was talking about this yesterday on Twitch. I missed a lot of the tricks because when I watch a part like that, I have to skip through it. And the reason I have to skip through it is because maybe every 4 tricks, there's some bullshit fucking artsy thing. There's some weird fucking high 8 footage, or there's like a lens flare, or there's a fucking, the moon goes into the air, or the sun goes down, or they show the guy eating breakfast, or whatever like that. I don't like that shit. And I talk about it a lot on Ninja Review. And a lot of Ninja Review is like me exaggerating and shit like that. But right there, it's not exaggerating at all. I really cannot stand. It's 11-minute skate video part with maybe 6 minutes of skating, and it just bores me. And it's not just him, okay? And it's not just like popular skaters. Even when I watch a Hesh video part, right, where it's like some punk rocker, fucking all he does is front boards down rails and does one front feeble for the banger, has long fucking wavy hair. Every fucking other trick, the guy's fucking shotgunning a beer, like, fuck yeah, dude, shotgun the beer, man, I don't give a fuck about nothing, dude, fucking anarchy, and then high-fiving his friends and shit. I don't fucking care about you shotgunning a beer and you high-fiving your friends just as much as I don't care about you standing next to a phone booth as a lens flare goes by, or watching a slow-mo like flower bloom, or like a slow motion like droplet of water land in a puddle. I don't care about that shit. I don't know why anyone would, and I know a lot of people are trying to make their mark, right? Oh, we want to make this shit artsy, but also really good. We want to kind of do what Pretty Sweet did, you know, they kind of balanced it really well. But Pretty Sweet was also 97% skating. This Mark Siciu part is, I don't know. I skipped through it because every fucking other trick I had to fucking get through this slow motion garden fucking waving in the air and shit, and it just bothered me. And every time I would skip forward, I would have to go back. And it's like, well, fucking Steve, Ninja, why don't you just watch the whole part? Because, like, I don't fucking have the time. I mean, I really do. I do have the time, but I'm just bored. Like, what the fuck? Here's what happened. I do this all the time, too. Editors will edit something, and they'll think that it looks really cool, and they'll watch it so many times that they become biased. And they start to say, like, well, since I created it, it must be good. And they watch it so many times that they start to forget about, like, the parts that they fucked up on. And then next thing you know, you're trying to watch skateboarding, and you're watching 9 fucking flowers blooming, and a cloud goes by, and then a grasshopper, a frog eats a fucking bird ribbon, and then it just gets too much. All to some weird fucking smooth hipster jazz bullshit, and then every once in a blue moon you get a fucking kickflip in there. Fuck that. I'm not interested in those types of video parts. If I wanted that, I'd go watch fucking whatever happened on Shark Week, or I'd watch that fucking Morgan Freeman. Yeah, okay, that's, you know what? That's a natural progression. Next, I'm about to change the fucking game. The next big thing in skateboarding is gonna be Morgan fucking Freeman talking about skateboarding tricks. Oh, the skateboard flies away, flipping through the air relentlessly until it is post-ceremoniously caught and then returned to the ground. The sheer nature of the beauty of the skateboard. Wow. How much further can we go? Other than, if you know what, here's what we need to do. My next skate video part is going to have one fucking trick in it. It's going to be one trick. It's going to be 9 clips of my dog. It's going to be a bunch of clouds going by. It's going to be nature. It's going to be fucking frogs. I got a bunch of footage of frogs I took back when I was filming Brett Novak in Ohio. Oh, I'm just getting so sick of this shit. And it's fucked because the Mark Siciu part will go down in history as probably one of his best parts. So many amazing tricks. But guess what? I may exaggerate on Ninja Review, but I'm not exaggerating on this. I had to skip half of it. Couldn't fucking do it. Hammy of Doom says, it was a long, hard battle. Through the landing was a little sketchy. He felt accomplished, and then he found his way back to the water from whence his skateboard was previously abolished. I don't actually know what Morgan Freeman sounds like right now. You guys should hear my French-Canadian voice, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, next topic we have. Speaking of skateboarding, women battle at the barracks. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. NinjaLifestyle, you're the biggest woman hater on earth. I feel like sometimes I might come off that way, but no, I actually appreciate the women. We even talked about transgendered women's MMA sports the other day. Last weekend, we talked about it. I took a firm stance. Women's battle at the barracks is going to be the worst fucking thing that ever happened to skateboarding since that wheel that fits over your wheel that stops you from rolling. What was that thing called? It was just like a pad that went over your wheel to stop you from rolling. That's all it was. What was that? The skate stop jumper. I forgot. The skater trainers. Okay. Women's battle at the barracks is the worst thing to happen in skateboarding since the invention of the skater trainer. You guys can quote me on that, Jankum. I'm telling you guys this. I watched a bunch of like the sponsor tapes, like the hype up videos that they were showing on there. Oh my God. I watched one girl almost land a switch heel and my jaw dropped like, oh wow. First off, here's the thing. I was under the impression, what a crazy impression this would be. I was under the impression that to play a game of skate, S-K-A-T-E, I thought that maybe a prerequisite would involve you knowing more than 5 tricks. Am I crazy? I watched these chicks. This is going to be, they're going to have to shut down the barracks for 3 days straight, 24-hour-long games for these chicks to fucking get a frontside flip. And I know it sounds like I'm hating, and part of this is like a comedy bit, but in reality, this is going to be really boring. One thing chicks have really surprised me on over the years is how great they've gotten at skateboarding things like handrails and stairs. So I've watched Street League, which also, I'm going to digress right now. I'm going to go off on a whole nother tangent. Whenever I talk to non-skateboarders about women's Street League, they're always like disappointed. They're always like, wow, dude, the skill level difference is insane. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's kind of like that. They kind of have like the best skateboarders in the world, and then they have, these chicks that they're the best chicks in the world, most of them, but it's just kind of like a different ball game. Like, oh no, dude, no one landed anything. And I'm like, nah, it's different. You kind of got to look at it differently. You don't got to look at it like that. And they're like, dude, no. It's sometimes it is hard to watch. You get a couple of superstars out there that are really good, and you get these chicks that are fucking doing crazy tricks down handrails. I'll tell you this, I've never backsmithed a handrail. I'm not saying I'm better than these chicks at skating, because clearly I'm not. I am fatter, though. So if that counts for anything. I've never backsmithed down a handrail or anything big. And in a game of skate, I'm sure some of these chicks could beat me. But how many chicks could you get together to make an exciting bracket for Battle at the Barracks? I don't know. First off, I'm going to tell you guys this. Remember back in the day, there was that guy that only did the double flips, like nollie double heel, switch double heel, nollie back double heel, switch front double heel, double heel laser flip. All he did was double flip tricks, and everyone loved him. He actually was a great skater. I can't think of his name right now. But a lot of people looked at that and they were like, wow, this is kind of like a one-dimensional skater. Just one-dimensional skater, like, took over everything. Well, guess what? In women's Battle at the Barracks, the 3 chicks that can skate switch are going to dominate. I said it. The 3 chicks that can skate switch. I swear to God, I watched one of these hype-up videos, and it was like a pop shove it with going 2 miles per hour with a bunch of tic-tacs, a flat ground kick flip, a barely a tray flip, and the banger was a slow-mo rocket switch heel. I swear to God. And I hate to be the guy that's just hating on women, but they're going to have to really do a good job of, like, making this entertaining. And you know what I think they might have to do? and this is not coming from me, this is not my idea, they're gonna have to like sexualize this in some way. They're gonna have to get them all wearing some weird skimpy outfit, because otherwise no one's gonna care. And it's sad that that's the way like advertising is these days. I just don't think anyone's going to care. I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments right now. Killer Tofu says, hire you for commentary? That would make it interesting. They used to do that at the old Tampa Ams and Tampa Pros. They maybe still do. I haven't really kept up with those contests for the last few years. But as this pro skater was skating the most biggest contest of their life, or at least the biggest American contest of their life, they would have like Tim O'Connor on the mic just talking shit about everyone. I remember there was Winsor James. He was a really popular skater on Darkstar back in the day. And he was also like really well known for wearing really baggy pants after baggy pants stopped being really cool. And I remember like in the middle of his run, the guy's like, and here he goes. He made 1 pair of pants out of 9 pairs of pants. And even though that's not like a great zinger, it's a pretty funny thing to do, like come up off the top of your head and have to do that throughout the entire day. But I thought that style of skate commentary was really funny. And now we also have what I would call like the Cali style of skate commentary, where they go, and coming up next is Laser Crawford. Let's make some noise for Laser! Coming in, backside rail slide. Let's hear it for Laser. That's like the Cali style, like the beach style commentation. I don't like that shit. I don't really care about that type of shit. I'd rather hear more like the street league style, where you'll do a trick and you sort of have a moment to talk about it, and you'll say, yeah, coming at that particular obstacle backside is really hard because you have the ledge on the left side. And I like that style rather than just screaming. And what they used to do for X Games is they would do both. There would be a live announcer that you wouldn't be able to hear on X Games, and then they would have like 2 regular announcers, Sal Masekela and somebody else, in like the booth. So maybe that's the way to do it, but I just can't really get behind that. I'd rather have the street league style of commentary loud over the speaker. Anyways, did anyone give me their thoughts on Battle to Barracks for Women? No. Reese asked, is it men and women? There will be a men only section and a woman only section. Skateboarding's a lot like MMA in the aspect that the women can't really hang with the men. It's very few that can. Maybe 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Like, there's some really good chicks out there that are skating really good. I can't think of any of their names right now. I know Leticia is really good, but there's a lot of chicks that are really good. What the fuck? Alexis Sablone is really good. The one that looks like baby Andrew Reynolds with the shaved head is really good. Actually, she doesn't look like Andrew Reynolds. She looks like that guy on America who used to do the nollie inward heels. I can't. Brian Herman. There's a chick skater that looks exactly like Brian Herman. She's probably gotten that joke thousands of times. It must be the most annoying shit ever. And here I am just repeating the joke. Anyways, comedy aside, I'm excited that they have their own division. I'm excited that we're like promoting women in skateboarding. I'm excited that there's a way that women can make money being the best at something. I absolutely love that. I'm all for paying women who become the best at what they do, you know, and I'm all for including women into something like skateboarding that has brought me so much joy. Why would I say women suck? Like, why would I discourage a woman from skateboarding when skateboarding's brought me so much joy? I wouldn't, okay? Again, a lot of this is part of the comedy bit, but in reality, the tournament's going to be boring. That's my thoughts on that. I didn't mean to rant about it for so long, but the tournament's going to be boring. I mean, what the hell? There's no one out there is hyped for this except for women, which is good. That's cool. Good for them. Let's go ahead and move on to our first news article. We've been ranting a lot, so we're going to try to shoot through these. Tech billionaire and friend get no jail plea in Las Vegas drug case. These 2 millionaires got caught with like meth, heroin, cocaine, a bunch of shit, and they paid their way out of going to jail. Is that insane? It probably happens all over the world, but I've told you guys this. In Las Vegas, when the legal system is involved, money talks. So let's read a little bit about this and skim through it. A billionaire California technology firm founder and his friend took no jail plea deals Wednesday that had them donate $1 million to charities while not admitting guilt in a Las Vegas Strip hotel room drug investigation. Henry, Thompson, Nicholas, and Ashley Christine Fargo stood with their attorneys in court and entered so-called Alford pleas to 2 felony drug possession charges. Their pleas acknowledged that prosecutors have presented evidence of guilt if the case had gone to trial. So I think felony drug possession, I think that means you have a large amount, right? Probably more than, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 grams. I don't know how much 5 grams of meth can get you, but it definitely will probably get you a felony. I don't know. Does anyone know the rules for that in the world or in Nevada? Anyways, I forgot the whole article and I skimmed through this. I didn't see it, but they got caught with a shitload of drugs. Nicholas and Fargo's criminal cases can be dismissed in 1 year if they do not commit crimes and fulfill 250 hours of community service and undergo twice monthly personal drug counseling. They gave $400,000 to the Boys and Girls Club for drug prevention and treatment programs. They gave $200,000 to the Pact Coalition for Safe and Drug-Free Communities. The defendants maintained their innocence. What in the hell? Hammy of Doom says it depends on the amounts and what drugs they are. Okay, these were not like weed, okay? It wasn't like weed and a mushroom stem. It was like meth and crack and heroin. We could go back and figure it out. I forgot what it was, but it was something. Oh, it does say it right here. Oh, shit. Okay, I must have missed this earlier. Listen up. Chesnoff said police had no fingerprint or forensic evidence linking Nicholas and Fargo directly to the, drumroll, heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, and several psychedelic substances, and also those air things that you huff, those air huffing things. What are those called? The nitrous gas or whatever? They reported finding it in travel cases in the couple's hotel room in August. You may think to yourself, hey, how did they find these if they were in the hotel room? Well, somebody fucking passed out unconscious with a heroin balloon in their mouth. That's how this happened. Killer Tofu whippets. Yes, they got caught with whippets too. What in the fuck, dude? On top of that, they offered to contribute $1 million to drug facilities and programs from which hundreds and hundreds of Clark County residents are going to benefit. Here's the thing. If this guy's a billionaire, $1 million isn't shit. Could you imagine if your punishment was solely based on how much money you have? For me, it would be like, hey, we just caught you with 50 grams of cocaine, crack, meth, heroin. How do you plead? I'd be like, hey, bro, I got like $300 that I can donate to some drug prevention program. I got like $300. Okay, take it or leave it. Nicholas is 59. Fargo said she's 38. Oh no, another Fetty Potty situation. Kevin Federline. Fetty Potter. I cannot say that word. Anyways, the only evidence we have is the way it was packaged, where it was. It was for personal use. Who's personally using all those drugs together at once? Dude, these guys know how to party, am I right? Forbes estimates the guy's current net worth is almost $4 billion. Turner told the judge that neither had a criminal record, but Nicholas was indicted. I almost read that as indicted. Indicted in California in 2008 on federal securities and drug charges after being accused of providing methamphetamine and ecstasy to business executives. Wait, okay, maybe I'm in the wrong business here because I thought meth was like a poor man's drug. Because when I walk down the street at night or even in the day, you know how these meth heads go these days, I see not a pillar of success in every meth head I see. Oh no, I see a troubled past, present, and future for the rest of their existence. That's what I see. I see sucked up weird fucking faces. Also, can't you get like 9 days worth of meth for fucking $8 and a blowjob? What rich people are doing meth? I didn't see any of those people in Breaking Bad. Or did I? Oh, maybe he provided it so they could sell it. I don't know. Nicholas told police he was locked out of the suite, and security officers broke through the latch door and found Fargo unresponsive with a semi-deflated balloon in her mouth and a nitrous oxide gas canister in the room. Oh my God, dude. What a pair. What a great pair. You know what? I hope I hope that one day, when I become a drug-fueled billionaire, that I can find a Fargo of my own. It would just be me and Lily. Just me and Lily just killing ourselves in fucking hotel rooms. Next article, baby turtle dies after eating 104 pieces of plastic off the Florida coast. If you are listening to this on iTunes, I'm going to show you guys visually what I see. It's a little baby sea turtle about the size of maybe a fist. And there's a bunch of little pieces of trash. Each piece of trash is about the size of a peppercorn. Wendy peppercorn. Each one is like very small, smaller than a pea, like about as big as a grain of rice. And there's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces are a little bigger. About 8 pieces are about the size of maybe a green pea. So these are very small pieces of plastic. I'm not hyped. Okay, I'm not hyped about this turtle eating this shit because he should know better. He should be eating things that aren't plastic. He should be out eating seaweed or other little fish, particles. Why is he eating this? I don't know. Why are these in the ocean? I don't fucking know. I blame China, but 104 pieces. So they must have ripped this turtle open. Okay, first off, you find a dead turtle. Oh, we just stumbled upon something. You stumble across a dead turtle, and the first thing you do is rip open its insides. You gotta be some sick individual. Let's read what happened. A troubling new photo is raising awareness and concerns about the dangers of plastics in South Florida waters. In the picture, small chunks of plastic are lined up next to the turtle, everything from balloons to bottle labels. Gumbo Limbo, Nature Center of Boca Raton. Gumbo Limbo. I hope somebody's name is Gumbo Limbo. Mr. Gumbo Limbo, excuse me. Said this time of the year it's known as washback season, where turtle hatchlings that made it out to the Gulf Stream are now starting to wash back up along our coast. The native center said 100% of washback turtles that have plastic in their intestinal tracts don't survive. Whoa, every single one dies? Oh, that's scary. Okay, now I kind of see this as a problem. At first, I was like, okay, this turtle was very unfortunate and it sucks and whatever. I'm going to make jokes at his expense. But now this is fucked up. Every single turtle. So that's like every turtle who fucking washes up probably sees some plastic in the air and bites it. So we're about to have a turtle problem. We're about to have a real fucking turtle problem. It's safe to assume they each have plastic inside of them. Crowder said they've seen 121 washbacks this season and dozens have died. Every single necropside, I can't read, guys. I can't read. Necropside. Oh, it's like autopsy mixed with necro. Oh, that'd be a great rap duo. They had their plastic in their system. The rehab team at Gumbo Limbo. Oh, Gumbo Limbo would be the mixtape name if Necro did a collab with some guy named Autopsy. Fucking Gumbo Limbo Volume 1 is now working with other washback turtles. Okay, whatever. This sucks for turtles. It's not cool. I did a report on the turtles, and now I know that the turtles are in danger. Hey, Florida people. And you know what? This goes for everyone who lives near water. Don't throw trash in the ocean, you sick fuck. Next article. Backyard shed listed for $1,050 per month. A backyard shed. So this made people angry because somebody in San Diego offered up their shed, which has a kitchen, plumbing, and it has an air conditioner. And they offered it up for $1,000 a month. It looks like a cool, cozy spot. It's about the size of most studio apartments. And guess what? That's how much rent is out there. So I'm going to sum this whole thing up. Everyone's mad about it. I was amazed that it was going for that much money. Does it have plumbing? I mean, does it have facilities? The answer is yes, blah, 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 blah. The asking price is about $300 less than a typical North Park studio. On Reddit, people called it ridiculous, and one joked they should rent out their walk-in closet if that unit can get $1,000 a month. First off, you fucking dipshit. Yeah, you should. If your walk-in closet has a toilet and an air conditioner and a fucking kitchen, and you live in a very, expensive part of the country, then yeah, rent out your shit. But unfortunately, you're just some douchebag on Reddit who has nothing better to do than make shit up. You don't have no fucking walk-in closet. Jesus Christ. The studio does not include parking. Applicants must earn 2.5 times the rent and have a credit score of at least 650. If you take a look at this building. It looks great. I've seen studios smaller than this, and you're in a really nice area. San Diego? Dude, here's my favorite thing about San Diego. No matter how fucking expensive the property gets, you can go out there and you go to a Motel 6, it's only $60. I used to go out to San Diego fucking 5 times a year just to pick up cake muscle decks. R.I.P. It's an interesting story, and it's strange to me that people's lives are so great that they can find time to complain about what someone else wants to sell their property for. Can you imagine having so few problems in your life that you make this into like a stressor for you? What the hell are they doing over there in that fucking city that I've never been to? I live across the country and I'm upset about how much they're selling their fucking their shed for. Fuck you. Next article is going to make everyone laugh and cry. A girl who claimed white classmates cut her dreadlocks admits she made the story up. We're going to skim through this. This was national news for a few days. Turns out it was completely fake. It is another Jussie Smollett situation. And I say it like this. I say it the same time every fucking time. If you have to make up racist shit like this, then you have never experienced racism. Okay? Like, there is racism out here. All you have to do is go outside and be black or whatever to experience racism. But you're grossly overestimating it if every other week we have a made-up story about racism fucking taking over the country. How come every one of these fucking racist stories over the past few months is always a couple days later comes out as completely fake and made up? Why? Because this country's not nearly as racist as everyone claims it is or wants it to be. Okay, clearly people want, like, to make up these stories, you have to want it to be more racist, right? Jussie Smollett wants racist things to happen to him, but they didn't, so he had to make them up. We'll read this really quickly. A 12-year-old African-American girl who claimed 3 white classmates pinned her down and cut her dreadlocks has admitted the claims were fabricated. I'm surprised that they didn't have Make America Great Again hats on. We can now confirm that the student who accused 3 of her classmates of assault has acknowledged that the allegations were false. Okay. I knew that this story sounded false when they said it happened at school and there was no witnesses. You know what I mean? She claimed the boys held her hands behind her back, covered her mouth, and clipped her hair, calling it ugly and nappy. Her family issued an apology on Monday. You know what this does, dude? All this does is set minorities back farther, right? Every time you do some dumbass shit like this, all you do is set back, like, the cause farther. And that's not progress, okay? It would be nice if we could come out and make people who are racist own up to it and serve justice for people who are doing these hurtful things, because they do happen out there. And there are problems with our judicial system. And there are problems with police brutality on minorities. Of course, the system is flawed. Yes, sure. Why don't we fucking tell the story of that instead of making up these my dreads were cut stories? Really? That's the basket you chose to put the eggs in to share with the entire fucking country? I'm starting to think that there might be just this huge fucking conspiracy and disinformation thing. Maybe, dude, like the system, right, is paying these minorities to fuck up on purpose so that we can then go, ha ha, you faked it. Like, I don't even know who to blame anymore, because I feel like this is too obvious, right? It's too obvious. Does anyone see what I'm saying here? I almost feel like saying like even this whole story might have been planned from the beginning as like a decoy. I don't know, man. It's crazy. For anyone that does buy into this shit, though, don't set this movement back. Don't set this movement back, okay? Because we're enlightening people. There's a lot of people that don't know that it is unfair out there for some people, right? There's a lot of people who are unaware. Okay? Every time those unaware people see a story like this, they go, ha, fuck them. And that's a step in the wrong direction. I don't know. I hope you guys can understand there. I know I can't always articulate my thoughts that well, but I hope you guys kind of could bear with me there. Now, for the worst story I've read probably all month. This infuriates me. We're a little bit over time here, so we're going to rush through this. Toddler dies after being left in car with heater on for 5 hours while mother allegedly drank with a friend. West Carson, California. Authorities are investigating the death of a 2-year-old girl who was left in a car with the heater on and the windows rolled up for more than 5 hours while her mother drank with a friend nearby. June Love Agosto died at a hospital on September 23rd after she was found unconscious inside her mother's vehicle in the unincorporated county area of West Carson, according to the police department, whatever. An autopsy was performed, but her cause of death was yet to be determined pending results of further tests. After first telling officials she left the child alone for only a few minutes while she knocked on a babysitter's door, she ultimately admitted that was not the case. The girl's mother told investigators she left the child in the car alone about 11:30 p.m. on September 21st, then got into another vehicle nearby to drink alcohol with a friend. The woman said she turned on the car's heater and placed a blanket on her daughter's lap so she wouldn't get cold. The woman reported that she fell asleep and awoke about 5 a.m. So 5 hours. First off, you don't get into a car and just fall asleep, okay? Probably on drugs, probably passed out either on some crazy meth bender or you did heroin or something fucking way more disgusting is going on here. She said she checked on the toddler at 5 a.m. and found she was unresponsive in her car seat. Vomit was present on her shirt and the car seat. Skin was coming off the child's back. The mother places her on the grass and sprayed her with a water hose in an attempt to calm her down. Paramedics took the girl to a hospital, but she could not be saved. Paramedics noted apparent burns to the girl's face, chest, and arms, as well as cloudiness in her eyes. Her temperature upon arrival was 107.5. So, keep in mind, the temperature upon arrival is after they sprayed her down with cold water. This is fucking despicable, man. This is ridiculous. Investigators learned the mother had a history of drug abuse and lost custody of an older child 6 years ago due to neglect. The child was taken during a drug bust in which the mother and a man were arrested on suspicion of possessing cocaine for sales, operating a drug factory, and risk of injury to a minor in Connecticut. The mother had not been arrested Sunday. Oh my God. Okay, I think we're all going to agree on this. Please kill this woman. All right, put her in prison and kill her. Fucking, I don't know if that's allowed in where, California? I don't know how the laws go. Put her in prison. Don't ever allow her to fucking smile or laugh or have a fucking pleasant thought ever again. Take her in there and fucking capitally punish her multiple fucking times a day until she fucking dies, dude. Everyone, there can't be another side to this story. There really can't be. I mean, we've had several stories this past couple months as far as hot cars go, but this is just pure negligence. And it makes me so angry to think that a child who did nothing, who could do nothing, child couldn't escape, child had nowhere to go. It just sat there and fucking was tortured until it burned to death. And then gets fucking lifeless body sprayed with water until finally the mom takes it to the hospital and goes, oh, I fucking knocked on a door and I guess my child just caught fire. Oh, no. Fuck you. She tried to lie about it. You know what's fucking sick about this? Is if the investigators would have believed her retarded story, she would have maybe gotten away with this. Oh my God, this fucking boils my blood. Pardon the pun. This story makes me so fucking angry. Like, are you allowed to have a child if your child was taken away from some drug bust? Like, what the fuck? I'm all for like having a free country and shit like that, but when you fuck up this bad and it involves a kid, like, we need to figure out how to just get rid of these people forever, right? I mean, everyone's got to agree. I don't see the chat lighting up with agreement, but I know that everyone listening to this has to be fucking feeling the same way as me. There's no way. Airmaster says, doesn't the engine need to be on for the heater to work? Maybe this car is different. I don't know. I know for my car, the heater and air conditioner will work, but they won't work very well. Like, the fan will work, but it won't work very well. Also, my battery will die, for sure, really quickly. That's all the news I have for today. I'm sorry to leave on something so morbid, but I didn't want that to bring me down in the first news article. So, yeah, that's really all I got for today. I appreciate you guys all for being here. If you tuned in late, don't worry. On Sunday, this podcast comes out on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube. Don't go anywhere, though, because there will be a post-show where I will hang out with you guys. We can shoot the shit. We can crack some jokes and talk to each other and whatnot. Maybe play some video games, even. If you'd wanted to watch this live and you didn't get a chance to, it happens every single Friday on twitch.tv/NinjaLifestyle, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, in my future, I'm going to be smoking some Nicaraguan cigars. I'm very excited. Also, a special birthday shout out to my friend Kevin. You guys may know him as Striped Shirt Samurai. It's his birthday, so if you guys catch him lurking in this chat, or maybe in a Mario World chat or something, wish him a happy birthday. Hammy of Doom says, dead babies. On that note, good night, everyone. That reminds me of a joke. Gonzo misremembered the day that Bret Hart died. He was a pro wrestler who fell from the scaffolding. He fell from the rafters. Fell, landed on the turnbuckle. He was supposed to come down on a rope, but he fell and he smashed and he died right there at like a WWF live event. It didn't happen on camera, supposedly. But anyways, Owen Hart, excuse me, not Bret Hart. Thank you. Hammy of Doom, thank you. Owen Hart fell from the rafters and died. And Gonzo, he was only a little bit of a wrestling fan, but the way that he remembered it was so funny because this is not at all what happened. But anyways, here's Gonzo telling the story. Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to tell you that Owen Hart has died here at our WWF program. It's a very sad day, moment of silence for Owen Hart. We will have him in our thoughts and prayers and remember his family. And here comes the Undertaker! That's not... There's no way that's what happened. There's no way that they would do that. But the way that he thought it happened, and he told me that story, and I've never, ever forgot that story. So I'm happy that we get to end today's podcast on, oh my God, a hilarious joke. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. Let's shout out the followers, the new followers. We got OG Mickey resubscribed, Jake the Snake, Alex. We got Giovanni and Novum, all new followers, and OG Mickey renewed his subscription. I appreciate you guys. And I don't know, like I always say, tell a friend. We want the podcast to grow. We had sort of a small audience today, but that doesn't matter because this shit goes on YouTube anyways. Those motherfuckers can catch it later. Maybe they're busy today. Maybe there's a hockey game on right now or something. Maybe there's Street League. Women's Street League might be on and everyone might have fallen asleep. I don't fucking know. So, again, always, I appreciate all you guys for being here. Let's play that motherfucking outro, motherfucker. What? Oh, wait, let's shout everybody out first. Hammy of Doom, OG Mickey, VMob, TSA Skater, Striped Shirt Samurai, Airmaster TV, Novem, and J Stews and Killer Tofu. All right, let's play that intro, motherfucker. What? Justice for Franklin the Sea Turtle.